Hi, fans of high quality entertainment. So, tomorrow on this channel, I'm going to be doing a live chat at 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time to celebrate 20 years on YouTube because February 10th will be 20 years on YouTube. And I'm also going to be doing the draw for the 20 years on YouTube contest that I had running. And so these are the entries. And if you notice, if you did enter the contest and you don't see your name here, please let me know. I think I did get everybody. And I'll be using a spinning wheel live, so somebody doesn't think I'm cheating, which I would never do, of course. But yeah, it's online. It's a spinning wheel with everybody's name in it. Then I click to spin the wheel and we'll get our winner. So for this video, I thought I've been wanting to do, I did do it a few years back, but wanted to do it again. And it's just to see how popular different artists that I love are on Spotify. For instance, you can see here, the Beatles have over 34 million monthly listeners. You think it would be even more than that, and I did also see, of course, this very popular artist at the moment, Bad Bunny, who just performed at the Super Bowl. He has almost 1 billion monthly listeners. Okay, so I'm going to just think of different artists that I'm a fan of, and I'm going to kind of guess how many monthly listeners each of them have. And I do know one more, Blue Oyster Cult. I did see how many they have. Yeah, just over 5 million monthly listeners. Of course, a lot of that has to do with Don't Fear the Reaper and, maybe Godzilla and Burning for You. But they're one of my all-time favorite bands. Who else? Let's try just to see how many monthly listeners they have. AC/DC. I do like them. They have 35 million. Okay. How about Sparks? I kind of know how many listeners they have per month. They have just over 1 million per month, which is pretty good. But they should definitely have more. Okay. How about Donovan? I'm really into Donovan these days. He has, not much more than Sparks, which is surprising because he was like a superstar in the 60s. And like I said, I'm a big fan of him. Okay. Yes. They have, not bad for prog rock, 4.5 million listeners per month. How about Devo? Yeah, I forgot to guess. Okay, I'll start guessing. So, yeah, over 1.5 million monthly listeners. Okay, I'm a big fan of the band Can. I'm pretty sure they wouldn't be over 1 million listeners per month. I'll say like 50,000 per month. Ooh, that's pretty good. Over 500,000. Okay. I'm happy with that. Led Zeppelin. Led Zeppelin would have, so the Beatles had over 38 million. I'll say 30 million for Led Zeppelin. 19. That's kind of low. Surprised it's that low. Okay. Lou Reed. Big fan of Lou Reed. I'll say it's got to be over a million. I'll say 2 million maybe. Oh, heading towards 4 million. How about Velvet Underground? I think it would be lower than Lou Reed, but maybe 2 million. Yeah, almost 3 million. Frank Zappa. Frank Zappa's got a lot of music. It's got to be in the millions. I'm gonna guess uh, 3 million. Ooh, just a million, just over a million. Boy, I was off on that one. Okay. Grand Funk Railroad. Got to be careful how you say that. They got to be over a million with all of their hits and everything. I'm going to say 1,500,000. Oh, I was pretty close on that one. Humble Pie, they would be maybe 600,000. Oh, just over 200,000. The Kinks. The Kinks would be definitely over a million. I'll say 2 million for the Kinks. 5 million, over 5 million. Way to go, Kinks. The Moody Blues, I think they would be they must be I think they'd be more popular than the Kinks. Let's try 6 million for the Moody Blues. Oh, only less than 2.5 million monthly listeners. Paul McCartney, he's got to be, I'm going to go with 20 million. 12.5 million. Okay. John Lennon, so he'd be probably less than Paul, not as much music. John Lennon, 10 million. 13 million. Way to go, John. George Harrison, he'd be pretty close to John, I would say. I'll guess with George, 10 million. 8.5 million per month. Now, Genesis, they would definitely have more listeners than Yes. 20 million? 9 million. I was off by that one. Uh, the Doors. The Doors, 3 million comes to mind for some reason. Ooh, 10 million, over 10 million. How about the Guess Who? They've got to be over a million. I'll say 2 million. 1,330,000. And that's the real Guess Who now. Pink Floyd. They've got to be up there. They've got to be over 20 million. So I'm going to guess 20 million. At least. 27. 27.5 million. Queen's got to be pretty huge. As much as the Beatles? Pretty close, probably. I'm going to go with 35 million. They're more than the Beatles. That sucks. I don't agree with that. So, yeah, over 50 million. Wow. How about some more Canadian content? Rush. Rush has to be 2 million. 3,697,000. Way to go, Rush. Not really a fan of U2 these days, but just wonder how many. They would have to have. They're still pretty popular. I'm going to go with 20 million. Ooh, that's pretty close. 21 million. The Who have to be over 10 million. I'm going to guess 15 million. Oh, 7 million. 7.5 million. David Bowie. Big fan of David Bowie. He's got to have 30 million. 20 million. Just over 20 million. Okay, just a couple more. This is fun for me. I don't know about the viewers. And let me know which ones you were surprised with, how many listeners they have per month. Creedence Clearwater Revival. They've got to be over 5 million. 30, almost 31 million. I was way off on that one. Okay, we'll end it with the Beach Boys. The Beach Boys. They've got to be up there. I'm going to say 25 million. That's kind of low. 11 million. Yeah. All right, so that's it. I could go on for eternity, but I don't think you want me to. So thanks for watching. Please remember to like the video and leave a comment below. Check out my other channel where today I'm we're doing the CD exchange again, doing it with Morris and Roberts on my turntable, Morris Gotro and Roberts on my turntable. And so today we're posting the very first CD exchange reviews. And then in a couple of days, I'm posting our second CD exchange. So please check out those videos. And come back here tomorrow for a live chat and the contest winner. Thank you. Have a great day. Bye.